Welcome to Tangerbound Studio D. I'm Kevin Delp. Stronghold Games has published a few roll and write games like Ganchon Clever, Dopplet So Clever, Bricks. Well, today we're going to look at a new one from them called Dizzle. Dizzle is a roll and write game for 1 to 4 players. It takes about 20 minutes to play. It's published by Schmidt and Stronghold Games. Let's check it out. First, decide what level to play. We'll start with level 1. The number of dice and the number of rounds is determined by the number of players. In this video, we'll look at a 2-player game that has 7 dice in the game and 6 rounds. On your turn, you roll the dice, sort them by ascending order. Beginning with the starting player, you draft 1 die and place it on your sheet. You'll place it on an unused square matching the pip number. Your first die has to be next to an X, and then every die after that must be touching dice you placed. Players will continue to draft until all players have dropped out, and the last active player gets 1 more opportunity to place a die if there's any left. At the end of the round, you'll remove your dice and X out those squares. You must place a die if you can, or you can drop out, but then you get no more dice that round. If no dice fit, then you can roll again, but if you don't roll a die that you can use, then your penalty is to remove a die from your sheet and put it back into the dice pool. But if you can corner yourself in, then your next die can go next to any X. You're not only trying to place dice so they fit on your paper, but you're actually trying to get points too. If you can fill certain rows or columns, you'll get points. The gems get you 3 points each. And if you can X out each of the puzzle pieces, you'll get 10 points. There are also bombs. If you X it out first, then the other players have to scribble it out, and they'll get negative points. Level 2 sheets are on the back of level 1. There's a new type of gem, and the game adds keys that you have to X out before you can place a die on a lock square. This is important because if someone blows up a bomb, then going through the lock is the only way to access these spots. Level 3 adds a purple gem and flags that get you more points the sooner you can reach them. They also introduce rocket ships and planets. You'll place an X on a planet when you X out a rocket ship. This can get you across the sheet a lot faster. Level 4 is on the back of level 3 and offers some new things. One is the poop icons, or as the rulebook says, brown piles. This will get you negative points, and sometimes you'll have to place a die on them just to get to the other icons, like these ships or flags. The other new thing is that the only way to get to the other areas is through the rocket ship, and scoring 10 points if you can X out this whole area. Dizzle has a nice progression from level to level. I personally like levels 3 and 4 the best. There's just a little bit more going on that I appreciate. There's interesting choices for you to make, especially on how to maximize your points in those levels. Not only will each game feel different because of the different levels, but also what dice are available and how you use them on the sheet makes it very replayable. Being aware of what dice other players might need or even what goals they're going after is going to help you do well in the game because you might see them going after flags or bombs and you're trying to get there first so you can either deny them points or gain more points than them. Or, you could try to just totally ignore that, the bombs and the flags, and go after other types of points like the gems or those columns or rows in the game. The levels have good information about the number of rounds based on player count at the top of the sheet, and the markers are good so you can clearly see what you've marked off. Now there are quite a few roll and writes out on the market, and now Dizzle really doesn't have a theme. It does bring some new ideas, new things to the world of roll and writes with even how you're placing your dice and scoring. I think all the icons and graphic design are easily understandable, and there are plenty of sheets for lots of games. So if you are a fan of roll and writes, or if you've never picked one up and you're looking for something that sort of gradually gets you into how roll and writes work with the different levels, I would recommend checking out Dizzle from Stronghold Games, coming to retail this summer.